Within hours, restrictions ease on indoor dining in St. Louis County. Capacity is rising to 50%.
This comes after being limited or banned altogether for months. News 4's Kim St. Ange is live. And Kim, there are some hurdles they still have to clear here.
Right. So overall, this is great news for these restaurants in St. Louis County. But just because they can increase capacity to 50% doesn't mean all of them will. In some cases, the issue could be a lack of space. Remember, all of the tables in the restaurant have to be 6 feet apart. And I want to give you an idea because this actually might be longer than you think. So my photographer's holding one side. This right here is 6 feet. So these easing of restrictions actually may not be that much of a help to some of these smaller restaurants. There's plenty of space for this server to prepare a popular appetizer at Spiro's restaurant in Chesterfield and not even come close to the next table over.
We're more than 6 feet apart.
Even with such a large space, owner Tim Cadiani doesn't plan to add more tables, even though capacity has been increased to 50%. Instead, he'll just make more use of the 5 rooms at his restaurant, keeping his customers and staff safety as his #1 priority.
This does help us a lot. Just from 25 to 50%. It does help. Go ahead and get my staff fully involved as far as some of these part-time people get more hours.
Cadiani serves on the restaurant advisory group that meets weekly with St. Louis County to discuss restrictions. He's been pushing to get 50% capacity before Valentine's weekend, his second busiest weekend after New Year's.
Valentine's Day being where couples go out is going to eliminate the possibility of having more people. So you need to open the capacity so they can have more tables readily available so that they can try to recoup from a big weekend.
We're not able to seat at the bar right now due to COVID restrictions.
Under these eased restrictions, restaurants must require customers wear a mask when they are interacting with their server. Customers must also remain seated unless using the restroom. The county also requires restaurants help the Department of Health with contact tracing if someone tests positive.
I think opening up for before Valentine's weekend, they did listen to us. So that was very, very helpful for everybody.
I think the question some of you are probably asking is, what's next? What's the county looking to do moving forward? I asked the same question. So again, Cadiani, who owns Spiro's restaurant in Chesterfield, he's on that restaurant advisory board. He was saying, when it comes to possibly increasing capacity to 75%, for example, he thinks instead what the county might do, again, this is all hypothetical at this point, what he thinks they might do would be to maybe really not have any limits on capacity, but just require that each of the tables within the restaurants are 6 feet. So basically, the size of the restaurant would dictate exactly how many people they'd be able to fit inside at one time. Really, Corey, remember that this is all just kind of being talked about. One other thing he mentioned was he was really hoping that the county might be able to help these restaurants with some of the real estate taxes because that can certainly add up, and he's hoping that that would be able to provide some additional relief.